What up, Long Beach? Welcome back to your home for everything local sports. It's JJ
and Mike. This video is brought to you by Naples Rib Company, the perfect place to cater your team's next event.
No gilding the lily for the previews this week because it's rivalry week in Long Beach. In the bowels of Veterans Memorial Stadium, a fight for Long Beach supremacy. The oldest rivalry in Long Beach, Friday night at Vets, Wilson and Poly. They've been doing this thing since before they played the Super Bowl, Mike.
Since literally 1932, so a solid 34 years before the first Super Bowl, JJ. It's pretty cool if you really look into this rivalry. There's been so many amazing games played over the years. My favorite fact that always shocks kids is, back in the 60s, they called this rivalry the Big Game. Capital T, capital B, capital G. And it used to be such a big deal that they had it at the Rose Bowl one year and had 60,000 plus show up for Poly Wilson. We're not expecting that many people to cram into Vets this Friday, but after last year's game where Wilson went up 7-0, and it was a much closer game than it had been in recent years, we're pretty excited to see what takes place this Friday at Vets.
This rivalry got a fire lit under it 2 years ago when Poly had to forfeit games and Wilson was handed the Moore League title. They wore those championship shirts around. Poly didn't like it. Wilson honestly didn't like that Poly took offense. So now this rivalry is even more heated with Wilson's success last year and obviously Poly's overall success in the years before that. The other crosstown rivalry is the Battle of the Blueprint. They play for the Hamilton Trophy, Milliken at Lakewood. The Rams have not beaten the Lancers since 2001, but we are expecting a great game on Friday night, bringing in our staff writer, Matt Simon, who's seen both of these teams play. So Matt, what are you kind of expecting to see on Friday? What's going to be the key?
It's going to be a battle in the trenches. Whoever's able to get their running game going early is going to be the winner. Both the Lancers and the Rams like to get the ball going on the ground to control the clock. And if Utupo's defense is able to stop the run, and if Christensen is able to get it, it's basically going to be head-to-head, whoever can grind out the most yards on the ground.
Lakewood has been struggling, won their first game of the season last week. They are 1-4, but Kronberger and Voorhees got that running game going with 479 total yards and 5 touchdowns in that win over Jordan last week. So Lakewood hoping that they can roll that momentum over.
Milliken's coming off a tight battle with Poly, but they're looking to rebound in this one and get things going again.
The last Moore League game of the week is Compton and Jordan. If you look at the Moore League football standings right now, it looks like basketball because Compton's on the top at 3-1 with Poly at 3-1, Milliken 2-2, and Wilson at 2-3. The Tar Babes have scored 155 points already this season, and they are set up, if they can get on the top half of the Moore League here in the league schedule, they are set up to run into that playoffs ready to go.
Hey, it's Julian, and over in the Suburban League, we have 3 4-1 teams in the game of the week in that league. Norwalk, Glen, both teams 4-1.
Wow, break up the Glen Eagles. They are riding a 3-game winning streak right now. Speaking of points scored, Glen scored 183 in 5 games. Mayfair sitting at 4-1 after their huge win over La Mirada. La Mirada going to be at Cerritos, and the final game in the Suburban League is Bellflower at Artesia.
It's not often you get 2 defending CIF champions playing each other in the same year and in the same area. That's what we have this week. Valley Christian at St. Anthony. St. Anthony, a lot of injury questions this week, Jage. Quarterback Deshaun Harvey, we don't know if he's going to play. Running back Johnny Jefferson, he had an arm injury, so the Saints are coming into this game pretty badly beaten up.
Valley Christian, a top 5 team in their division, right? Like you said, they are also defending CIF champions. We've got a feature on their quarterback, Isaac Joseph, in the Press Telegram and on the Press Telegram website right now that you Crusaders fans have got to check out.
Hey, are you at a Moore League game on Friday and you want to know what's happening in the Suburban League? Follow us on Twitter at PT Gazette Sports for all your scores.
Thanks as always to all of our sponsors, including Papalucci's, a great place to eat on 2nd Street. Everything Long Beach area football is always right here. GazetteSports.com and the Press Telegram.